this video, I'll be offering you 9 personal insights using the magic of numbers, colours and tarot. I'm Hayden Crawford and I'm a wellness coach and spiritual teacher specialising in colour therapy. Mystics have been using tarot cards for centuries to accurately predict the future. In a traditional Celtic cross reading, the card that appears in position number 7 represents you and your self-image. Now, synchronistically, some of the colour mirrors behind me align to a few of these major arcana cards, which are the first 22 and the most powerful in a deck of tarot. Okay, so I'd like you to please take a look at these 9 colour mirrors bottles and intuitively select which one best represents you at this moment in time. I'll then reveal the meanings of those bottles so that you can understand what energies are influencing you right now and how you can best harness those magical powers. If you were attracted to A, you've chosen bottle 2 in the colour mirrors system, and this one's known as the moon. It's about your feelings. It governs your tides, seasons and cycles, and it relates to the throat chakra as well, so it helps you take responsibility for your word. And if you're having difficulties making yourself heard, then this one can really help you to realign with that sense of power. Now, we know about the number 2 that it's feminine, it's deeply intuitive and sensitive, and it aligns beautifully with the High Priestess in traditional tarot. This one makes you feel safe and supported as well because it brings in the energy of Mother Mary and Archangel Michael's blue protective cloak. So yeah, if you've selected this one today, it's very much aligned to the High Priestess. If this card arises during your Celtic cross reading in position number 7, it means that you have the ability to find solutions where others may be failing. And your secret weapon or your formula to success here is this deep intuitive knowing, a heightened sensitivity to be able to decode the truth. The advice that you provide should be followed, but because others don't see what you see, they may not listen to or take heed of your visions, unfortunately. Remember, this is something that you might have to learn to accept because, after all, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. If you're attracted to B, then you have chosen bottle 6 in the colour mirror system, which is Venus, and it's pink over pink. This brings joy, balance, harmony and intimacy into all of your relationships, and it helps you to find that significant other that you might want to share your life with. Pink in colour therapy is all about deep unconditional love and self-acceptance, and the more you can do that, the more abundant your life becomes. Remember that a feeling of not enough on the inside will always be your reality reflection on the outside. It also relates to mother energy as well, so it might be time to give yourself some of your own nurturing energy. This bottle also, because it's number 6, relates to card 6 in traditional tarot, which is called the Lovers. If the Lovers card appears in position 7 in a Celtic cross reading, then it implies that you are and always have been the lover. It might be that you're seeking or have recently found that significant other, someone very special that you can share your life with. Remember, nothing is guaranteed here though. It might be that you have fallen deeply in love with them, but they might not necessarily feel the same way back at you. But one thing's for sure, you must follow this beautiful sense of love because who knows where it's going to lead you, even if that love ends up being unrequited. If you're attracted to C, then you've chosen bottle 10 in the colour mirror system, which is called the Wheel of Fortune, which helps to align your inner wisdom with your feminine power. Remember that when your love and power are combined together, it is a beautiful energy that can never be abused. So you might be standing before great changes in your life, but it's really time to go into that beautiful sense of trust and align your heart energy with your solar plexus energy, which will always take you in the right direction. Bottle number 10 relates to card 10 in traditional tarot, which is also called the Wheel of Fortune. So here you might be prone to taking far too many risks with little preparation. Make sure that as you move forward that you align your head energy and your heart energy, and that will help you to move in the right direction. When we try and fake it until we make it and improvise in this way, we can have fantastic successes, but we can also fail miserably. So if you're prepared to play Russian roulette, then make sure that you're bringing those two energies together. If you're attracted to D, then you have chosen bottle 11 in the colour mirror system, which is called Duality, which is deep magenta over clear. Hidden in this bottle are the secrets to issues of separation. Whereabouts are you not fully accepting that you are perfect and that your life is completely perfect? Letting go of the judgment of God is one of the most liberating things that we can do. And in the number 11, we see that the one and one sit separately. So whereabouts are you judging your life is not perfect? Make sure that you look at this closely, because actually when you realize that the dark element is actually divine love as much as the light element, then you can actually free yourself from all of those shadows that may have been keeping you down. The duality bottle relates to the Justice card in traditional tarot, which is card number 11. And if this appears in position 7, representing you in your Celtic cross reading, it might mean that you are being called to make a judgment on a personal situation. Make sure that you get all your facts right, because justice and truth are quite difficult to achieve. Be lenient if you've got any doubts. It's very important that you use your discernment wisely, because remember, when we sit in judgment, we exist in duality, in this sense of separation. So it is a very important responsibility that you've got here, and something that you're not particularly fond of doing, but it is necessary. If you're attracted to E, then you've chosen bottle 13 in the colour mirrors system, which is called Transformation Pluto. 13 relates to Scorpio energy, which is about death, regeneration and rebirth. And it's almost like the phoenix rising out of the ashes into a new way of being. So it might be that you've been through the dark night of the soul and heart to come out stronger so that you can be of service to the world. Now, Violet is also about a releasing of deep existential grief. So once you've been through this process, it's almost like you become like a caterpillar emerging from the cocoon as a beautiful butterfly. Card 13 in traditional tarot is called the Death card, and this one is quite scary for a lot of people. If it appears in position number 7 in your Celtic cross reading, it is a warning, so take heed and beware. It might be that your health is going through some really challenging times. It might be that you've been ill for a long time and are really struggling to get back into balance. It could also relate to another situation in your life that is completely out of control. Now, it is best here that you change direction completely and don't follow the same path as you're going now, because it might end up in a bit of a disaster. The key to this really is to make sure that you are listening to your intuition, following the inner guidance, and making sure that whatever comes along, you're second guessing and questioning, because it might not have your best intentions at heart. It might even mean that you could be exposed to a situation where you could seriously injure another person. If you're attracted to F, then you've chosen bottle 16 in the colour mirrors system, which is this one. It's called the Tower, and it's olive green over violet. This is an explosion of all the old structures, people and places in your life that are no longer serving your highest good. It might have been that you've fallen into your comfort zones and got too familiar with what is existing, and almost like you've become too scared to move outside of the box and see what's just around the corner. Here it's saying that your lilac spirit will not let you down, and it will actually help you to exist in a space of love rather than fear. Now you are starting to be taken seriously as a spiritual leader and actually for the work that you're here to do on the planet. So trust the process. You'll find that everything will fall into place, but it might be that you have to go through this tower experience first. Card 16 in traditional tarot is also called the Tower, and if it appears in position 7 in your Celtic cross reading, it means that you've got a bit of a negative mindset at the moment, which can result in disappointment or complete failure. Try not to be flippant at this time and stay calm. Know that everything will work out beautifully, but you can't try and force issues, because that might make things worse. The Tower experience is an unusual one because ultimately it is a consequent clarification that comes of it, but as we go through it, we can feel this as many setbacks, and this will lead to a lot of frustration and underlying anger. Keep calm, stay focused, and you will come out of it the other side. If you're attracted to G, then you've chosen bottle 17 in the colour mirrors system, and this one is called the Wish, and it's coral over blue. This is a fantastic bottle, and the energy is very positive and uplifting, and it brings you into a state of grace where you understand that all of your dreams will eventually come true. you're going to have a lot of fulfillment coming your way, and all the good work that you've put into life is actually going to be returning to you tenfold. So it's actually a positive payback time. It might mean that your job is taken to the next level and you might find that you get a promotion at work, or it might be that your relationship decides to strengthen its commitment and you get married. It might be a new way of you perceiving yourself or reinventing yourself to the outside world. Card 17 in traditional tarot is called the Star, and if this one represents you, it might mean that you're living in a bit of a lucid, dreamlike, trancey state, almost like a coma, and you might be pausing too long before you'd make any firm decisions. Now, this is fine and contemplation is good from time to time, but if we exist in this state of being, then we often don't get things done. So we've got to take inspired action. So listen to your intuition, be guided by it, and then take the necessary steps, and that will help your dreams be fulfilled. If you were attracted to H, then you've chosen bottle 19 in the colour mirror system, which is called Buddhic bliss, and it's magenta over gold. It is the most positive of colour combinations, this one, and it signifies that you are rising out of the ashes of an old way of being, and it's now a time of peace and plenty. Magenta relates to divine love, and gold relates to authentic power. And when you combine that divine love and authentic power together, it is a recipe for great success. It's almost like all of the riches in life are suddenly blessed upon you so that you can revel in them and enjoy them to your heart's content. Card 19 in traditional tarot is represented by the sun, and this one has the most beautiful positive energy of all. It's about success. So if this one appears in position 7 in your Celtic cross reading, it means that you are riding the crest of the wave. Now, be careful, you need to keep your feet planted firmly on the ground. Even though there's all of this abundance, prosperity, riches, happiness and success in your life, it doesn't necessarily mean that this is beneficial for your soul. And finally, if you were attracted to I, then you have chosen bottle number 20 in the colour mirror system, which is called the Awakening, and it's magenta over copper. This is the biggest realisation of all, that you are an ancient immortal being of light, living out a temporary human experience, that you are of the heavens and of the earth, that there is no separation between the two. Your human body is merely a catalyst or a way of you enjoying and experiencing heaven on earth. And this awakening process that's taking place within you is literally going to lead you to all of the prosperity, compassion and love that your heart could ever possibly imagine. Card 20 in traditional tarot is called Judgment, and if this one appears in position number 7 in your Celtic cross reading, it means that you've got a major decision on your shoulders. Now, there might not be too many options at hand and it might go against your will, but because you have fully awakened, you'll know exactly what to do. Well, I hope you enjoyed that today. Please leave a few comments below to let me know which bottle you chose and how that's playing out in your life right now. Then I'd like you to please subscribe to this channel and click the bell for future notifications, and then watch my next video. Bye for now.